Hi, hello, and welcome to Paisa Vasool. As always, I'm your host, Sharon. We got Taran here with us.
Hey everyone.
We are going to be talking about the Diwali releases. So what we did was we put out a poll to all of our audience with four of the releases that were coming out.
You did put Singer again on it.
I did.
Oh, you did put
Yeah.
Bulbulay at 3.
I didn't put Bulbul 3.
Yeah.
So there's only four options that we can have. So I put in Singham again. And then the other ones were Car and the Telugu movie Car and Lucky Bhaskar, also a Telugu film, and Amaran. And to our surprise, the overwhelming response with over 70% was Amaran. So here we are. We're going to be talking about Amaran. We both watched it separately because you watched it a little bit more recently than me. I watched it opening weekend. We'll get into our thoughts on it. So it's starring Sivakarthikeyan and Sai Pallavi. It's directed by Rajkumar Perusamy. I haven't really seen any of his previous films. When I looked up his filmography, I think he's only directed like one other major film. It's produced by Kamal Hassan, or he's one of the producers. And it's about the real life, or it's retelling the life of Major Mukund Varadarajan. I guess we can get into the details of it. Music is by G.V. Prakash. There's a couple of songs in the film. What do you think of the film?
Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was all right. I did like it. It's like a well-made film, well acted. It's just it's pretty sad, I guess, is the overwhelming thing out of it. It's kind of a love story mixed with action military movie. A lot of the problems with the Indian military movies tend to be they're heavily patriotic and like almost like propaganda. This was not too bad. It still was obviously patriotic given that it's a military movie, but I didn't.
It was more about the character, like the person.
Yeah, it's more about the person than the overall military.
And his relationship with his wife and that.
Yeah. So, and it's based on a true story, so I guess they try to stick as true as they can to the character. And
so it is based off I think there was a novel or a book documenting different soldiers in the Indian Army, and one part of it was about Mukund. So they based a lot of the screenplay off that. And apparently the story, a lot of the details around his relationship with his wife was directly from his wife, who coincidentally is in Australia. She's a teacher in Australia now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she moved to Australia after he passed, I think, and then she's been here. I don't know what city she's in, but at the end of the movie it says she's now a teacher in Australia.
Yeah. I left as soon as the movie finished, so I might have missed that part.
Did you just give away the ending?
What that? Yeah, well, he dies.
We've also got a producer here today. He's off screen,
off camera, off mic.
Yeah, he'll be asking some random questions from time to time. But yes, the story. You know what the story is going to be. If you know about the soldier, then you know the way it's going. I guess for me, I found it, despite knowing what's going to happen,
I don't think it's a real shock when you see the end about what's going to happen.
I think going in, I knew what was going to happen anyway, but it still got me really invested. I think I guess the relationship between him and his wife and the way it progresses through the movie was really good. And I think the main positive of this film are the performances. I think Sivakarthikeyan was very good. But Sai Pallavi, I think she was the real standout. I think she's extremely talented actress, and she proves it once again in this. So I think she does a really good job. And Sivakarthikeyan was great as well. He obviously bulked up for the film, and he did all the training and stuff that was required for it. It's actually the first film I've seen that had him in it. I haven't seen any of his other movies.
I've seen Doctor, which is a very different movie to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, some people apparently don't like that movie.
It's got some good songs.
Doctor's got some good songs, Anirudh. But yeah, I thought the relationship was the main thing that was good. The military scene, some of the action's quite good as well.
Yeah, they did it pretty well. Yeah.
Some of it's realistic, but then some of it's not realistic as well. I think they do a mixture of both.
So I watched this with my wife, and I think unknowingly, or maybe I was just very vulnerable on the night, but unknowingly I was extremely emotional towards the end of the movie. So my wife was saying I was like tearing up and almost crying at the end. So the last time I actually almost cried in a film was when Tony
Frozen
Stark.
2, yeah.
Maybe no one dies in that, right? No, it was actually Tony Stark dying in Endgame was the last time when we went to the 8 a.m. show, which producer was also with us then.
What, the 8 a.m. show? Not the first
Not
time
the
you
first
watched
time.
it.
It was the
Okay.
second time.
Yeah.
That got me more emotional. But yeah, I think that speaks to the quality of the performances. And I guess some people say that there's a bit of, I guess, lag or it's slow paced throughout the film, but I thought I didn't feel bored at any point in time. I think the first half is more focused on the romantic side, and the second half is much more on the army side of things. I think it's a really good movie, but you were saying it's not something you'd watch again and again.
No, it's not something I don't think it's something people would want to watch over again, just because it's pretty emotionally taxing, I guess.
Yeah.
But overall, it was still a great movie. Well made, well acted. There's nothing I can really say negative about. The songs were good as well. So
yeah, well, they're kind of organic. Like there's nothing that cuts away from the main plot. They just happen within the plot.
Good movie. I liked it.
I also thought it was very good.
It's long as well though. That's the only thing. If you don't like long movies, then it probably isn't for you.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say. I think there's only a couple of songs in the film from G.V. Prakash, but the background score is very good as well. We actually are going to review another one of the Diwali releases. So in that episode, we can probably tell you and we might be watching one of the other ones later as well. So we can give you a ranking of what we thought of the Diwali releases. But without giving it away, I think this is a really good batch of releases that came up all at once. I feel like there's been a lot of good movies that came out during this time period, which is good. But thanks to the audience for voting for this movie, because I don't think we would have otherwise watched it, because we certainly weren't planning to watch it unless the audience told us to. So 70% told us to watch it, so we watched it, and I'm grateful that I think it is a good movie to watch in the cinema as well. It has some cinematic elements with the army scenes and stuff.
Yeah. They do some cool stuff with the camera angles and everything as well, especially in the army scene. So yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Even if you don't catch it in the theater, I think it's worth watching on
I think it's on
Netflix when it comes out.
Netflix, yeah. Great. I don't think there's too much we can spoil for this movie in terms of spoilers.
I think a lot of these army movies that are based on true stories end up actually going the similar direction to what this is. Yeah.
So my question to you, have you seen the movie Major?
No, but I hear it's similar. And apparently there's a movie with Siddharth Malhotra that's also similar.
That's also yeah. I heard Major was also very good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either, but this was good. If we don't have too much more to say, we'll keep this one short because we do have another one coming up shortly after this for another one of the Diwali releases, the one that came second. So if you're keeping a close eye on our poll, it's the one that plays second. We have watched it and we will also review that. So if people want to get in touch with us and tell us about their thoughts on Amaran, how they go about it.
So we're on all social media platforms at Paisa Vasool, or you can email us at cognitiverecalibrationpodcast@gmail.com, because that's our other podcast.
Yeah. And obviously follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Give us a like and subscribe on this video. Makes it more discoverable on YouTube. And we'll be back very soon with another review. See you soon.
Bye.